Early Intel Nova Lake CPU test chip spotted, the next general mainstream consumer platform. Intel's next-generation Nova Lake CPUs have been spotted within the shipping manifests at NVIDIA Limited and seem to hint at a smooth development cycle. Intel's next-gen Nova Lake mainstream consumer CPU platform now being tested as first test chip spotted at CES 2025, Intel showcased its next-generation Panther Lake CPU, which will be its first consumer platform to feature the 18A process node. Intel has a lot riding on the success of its 18A node, not only for its own chips but also in terms of its utilization from third parties. While Panther Lake is now scheduled for mass production in the second half of 2025, another key product will be making its way to consumer platforms shortly after, and that's Nova Lake. Intel Panther Lake CPUs will mostly focus on the mobility side of things, with the desktop updates limited to integration of the same mobile chip inside mini PCs. It will be similar to Meteor Lake, but it did end up getting a desktop release in the form of the PS series for edge platforms. So there's still a possibility of Panther Lake seeing a similar desktop launch, but we will see. With that said, let's talk about Nova Lake. Intel has offered little to no details regarding Nova Lake, but we know it will launch sometime in 2026. It is expected that Nova Lake will replace Panther Lake for mobility platforms and Arrow Lake for desktop platforms, in the case there's no desktop release after the Core Ultra 200S series. Rumors allege that the Nova Lake lineup will utilize either the Intel 14A or TSMC 2nm process node, but the Blue team may opt to outsource certain tiles or certain chips to TSMC as they have done with Meteor Lake and Arrow Lake. One thing that we do know about Nova Lake is that, like Panther Lake, it won't feature on-package memory, leaving Lunar Lake as the only chip to utilize such a design for the foreseeable future. Although the listing isn't recent since it's a month old, the appearance of an Intel Nova Lake test chip confirms the fact that the Blue team is currently deep at work on its next-gen consumer CPU platform, which will replace 2025's Panther Lake platform. Once again, we can't wait to see Nova Lake in action, but before that, we have to see Panther Lake and how it pans out. Rumors have also pointed out that the successor to Nova Lake S will be called Razor Lake S.